We are live in Studio B. This is your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play alongside Jarom Jordan. I am Spencer Linton. You just saw the man we're about to talk to, Kaleb Hayes, doing his thing for BYU Football as a defensive back, now with those NFL dreams and the draft quickly approaching. Kaleb, welcome back to BYU Sports Nation. How are you feeling 1 week away from the NFL draft?
Man, it's just all mixed emotions, man. Nervous, anxious, excited. Like, it's just all coming to one. And, just been waiting a whole month. It's kind of a surreal feeling, but, it's a great feeling to be experiencing. Definitely in my shoes. And I know the other boys will feel the same.
We're excited because BYU's got a heavy dose of involvement in this year's draft, of course, yourself included. How are you feeling about your chances at perhaps being drafted or no lower than a priority free agent should it come to that?
I feel great, man. I honestly think, my stock has risen. So, it depends on, what team really mess with me and what team not. But at the end of the day, I think I showed out. We have 32 teams that day. And, if they would turn on film and everything like that, I think my odds and chances is pretty high.
So you mentioned the 32 teams that were watching and were there for BYU's Pro Day, an incredible turnout for sure. Which of those teams have, in your opinion, expressed the most interest in you?
I would say there's quite a few. Definitely, I would say the ones that I went to, the Chargers, the Broncos 30 visit. I had a couple interviews with, the 49ers and, other interviews with certain other teams. But, all of them, man, it's great. It's great to be seen and wanted, man. That's one thing. And, it's just a blessed opportunity and, a privilege to be able to go out there and, showcase my talents. And I thank God for that. And, just got to keep on moving, just keep on working, I got to keep on working. I just dug myself a deeper hole. That's all I did. But it's great. It's great, man.
What was the interest like in you before Pro Day, and then once you have a 40-inch vertical and a 4.31 40 after Pro Day?
I would say before Pro Day and everything, name is heard of. Definitely went to the NFL PA Bowl, showed out my talents, I think, and I believe I balled out there. So, it was, I think I kind of sparked interest, from then on. And, the Pro Day was just the icing on the cake. But not the cherry on top, like I said. Icing on the cake, not the cherry on top, because I still got to go out there and wherever team that lands me and picks me, I still got to dominate there. So, and win in that situation. So, yeah, that's what it is, man.
Obviously, incredible marks. And Jarom just mentioned them, a 4.31 40 and a 40-inch vertical. Just out of curiosity, what's your fastest recorded 40 and your highest vertical mark that you have ever done, whether people saw it or not?
I would say the 4.31 is probably about my fastest. I don't really it's so funny that you say that. My friends joke about it because I just never run fast as much as I wanted to. And that's just because there's actually no need. But I knew I could run really fast. That wasn't a bit of an issue track in high school. I always did that. 40, I hit 40 at Oregon State, and actually the 40 at for that, I hit a 4.39 at Oregon State. I jumped a 40-inch vert. We did our own little pro day over there, and I knew I knew I was gonna test well. That's one thing. I just wanted, I wanted to dominate in all factors. I wanted it just to be about me that day, to show them hey, you're getting an all-inclusive package. I'm all what you need. It's a matter of just believing in me and building me up. But yeah, I've been doing my abilities. Made some best of the teammates, but I proved a lot of people wrong, man. And I'm happy that I did so, and just gotta keep at it.
We're going to start calling you Cancun because you're all inclusive, which is awesome. I love that. What was your favorite or best play at BYU, and why was it back-to-back breakups against USC in 2021?
Big play. I do love the Baylor one, man. The last play, the guy was trying to throw it at my wide receiver. It was definitely a team effort. That time, how you say, he just threw it to him. I seen I was just on it, and there was no chance. And, I was just, that was just a great team win, and that was very memorable for me, at least, because, like, it wasn't just honestly about me. It was just about, like, everybody did their job so perfectly, and it just helped me to be in the right position to even be close enough so the quarterback can even he has to make a tough throw. So, and then we won that game, and that was very exciting, very exhilarating. Hey, you said the USC one. Man, I don't know, man. I think they just don't like me over there. Sorry, like, they just kept picking at me, and it was like it wasn't going to work. So, and, it was that was a crazy game as well, man, because, like, it was very close line down to the wire, and, like, that was a good team. So, things just happen. I just have to be on my P's and Q's and just did my job. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Former BYU defensive back, NFL hopeful Kaleb Hayes is on BYU Sports Nation. I want to go back to something you brought up with, some wagers that you had with your teammates. I think I was talking to Maury Bamba, if I recall, on Pro Day, and he said, "Oh, man, now I got to pay up to Kaleb because he didn't think you were going to run as fast as you did." How many side bets did you have going on Pro Day?
Hey, I'm not even going to lie to you. When I first got into BYU and everything, everybody was talking about, I forgot how the conversation got brought up, but everybody was talking about, like, who's the fastest at BYU and everything like that. And, at this point, I kind of filled everybody out and everything, and just, like, try to see what's going on. And somebody, I said, I think I'm the fastest one at BYU. And that's kind of where it started. And, everybody was like, "Oh, heck no." Nah. Like, like, that's not true. You can't work. Like, and I'm like, nah, like, I kind of see speed. Like, I think I'm faster than everybody else. But, hey, we'll just see it come on Pro Day, by them. And they're like, "Oh, I will bet." He's like, "What time did you?" Coach G's gaslighting the whole situation. He knows I'm fast. He's gaslighting everybody. So he's just like, nah, you're not fast. You're not fast. But he does. He knew. But yeah, it was definitely a lot in the DB room because everybody think they're fast and everything like that, which they are, but I'm just faster. So I'm just glad that I did my wagers back then because, like, I had to bet on myself, and that's what you do, right? You have to bet on yourself all the time. Don't get it wrong, though. I was nervous. I was like, do I still have a 4.3 in me? And then when I started running and doing my own combine training and everything like that, I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be easy money.
And I think you literally got some money from that. We're talking to Cancun on BYU Sports. I'm going with it. Let's talk about that speed because Chris Wilcox in 2020 ran a 4.31. He snuck into the 7th round of the Bucks. Do you feel like you can get into the draft, or does that matter to you? Because a lot of guys will say, I'd rather be a free agent and have a great fit than be drafted by whoever in the 6th or 7th round. Or does being drafted matter to you?
I guess it depends. Like, no, it does matter, man. Like, everything matters. It's the opportunity. Like, it's being drafted. It's a great, it's a great feeling. I can already tell. I would say it matters. I do want to be in a great fit to where, I'm not just there for just space. I'm there to actually compete and actually be seen. Because I think, that's what everybody would do. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be seen no matter where I end up. And that's just not just by, just talk. I'm gonna show up and, at the end of the day, whoever is going to be at camp and, going to be on that field, they got to showcase themselves. So I'm just prove, and that's just how I've been throughout my life. I'm just work and just prove myself every day to get on that field and make sure they know I belong. So it's a mission. It's a grind. I won't say it's mission impossible, but it's gonna be fun, man. And I'm excited. I can't wait to get on whatever team I'm at and just dominate.
Kaleb Hayes is on BYU Sports Nation, 1 week away from the NFL draft. Let's say all 32 teams are again listening to this interview, Kaleb. What's your sales pitch about what you would bring to each of those teams and the skill set that you take with you?
I'll say the first thing and foremost, man, I'm a team player. I love to win. Their interest is my interest. I'm trying to win championships. I'm trying to win games. I'm trying to be the best man I can be on and off the field. Just represent my family and God, and those who supported me throughout my way. So, this is not just a single man show. This is everybody's in it. Everybody's inclusive in this experience of me. But if that's how you even say it. But I would say my best skill sets, man, I have a high football IQ. I can match up with anybody. People love my man skills. I fit great in zones. I understand the game of football. And special teams is I don't shy away from those as well. Throughout my career, I always play special teams, and that's just what I do. I know that's going to be first and foremost, and that's where I'm going to get my money at, which is great because if that's all I have to do, I can contribute any type of way. Making sure I gotta do what I gotta do on the field. But it's funny because I actually did a little interview. It's kind of posted up somewhere. But basically, if you believe in me and invest in me, and show that you want me to be on your team and knowing me feel wanted, I'm gonna make sure things are gonna get done, no matter what, in whatever position or situation you put me in. I always emphasize this now because this is just something I'll say now. It's just win. Everything I do is just win. So that's what you're gonna get from me, man.
Kaleb, it probably goes without saying, but we are Team Hayes on BYU Sports Nation.
Let's go, baby.
We cannot wait to watch how this thing unfolds for you. Commend you and congratulate you on all the hard work you put in with those incredible numbers and the case that you've created for yourself to get drafted. Good luck, man. Take some BYU Sports Nation karma. We'll be watching. And like I said, we super anticipate where you end up in the NFL.
I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for getting me on this interview. It's been nice. It's been nice to be serving BYU and playing for y'all, man. All love to Coach Kalani. All love to Coach G and my teammates. And all love to the BYU fans, man. Hey, I love all y'all, man. I appreciate you guys for my journey. And it ain't over yet. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And like I said, everything that led up to this, it's because of thanks of y'all, and we're gonna get this show on the road, man.
Let's go. Thanks, Kaleb. Great to talk with you, man.
Great to talk to y'all, man. Let's go. Let's get it.